Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. It's Thursday Thoughts, which means something extra special tonight. I'm just over in Facebook making sure that it's up and running. Good. Okay. So tonight I've got a special treat. Okay, pun intended. Hello, Janet. I have a special treat box for you guys tonight um, for Valentine's Day. And I'm excited to share it with you. Hello, Marcia. How's Texas tonight? I was watching, oh my worst nightmare last night, 911 Lone Star. Not my favorite show, but it came on, so I was watching it. And it takes place in Texas. And they had this big storm. And then all of a sudden the storm turned and there was these things falling from the sky that you think are like rocks or really big um, hail. Yeah, it wasn't either one. It was frogs. It was gross. So this storm had sucked all these frogs and their water up out of some pond somewhere and dumped it on top of this fair that was happening. So all of these kids and families are out riding these rides and eating ice cream, and these big, fat, toady, froggy things started coming out of the sky and plopping, and it was awful. But I had to watch it to see what happened. It was okay. If you like me and don't like frogs, don't watch 911 Lone Star from this week. Not a good sight. Okay, enough of my yes, not my favorite frog things, frogs. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna have a meltdown right there. And then I'm thinking, why am I watching this? I don't know. Apparently I needed to watch it. All right, so here's my treat box. Hi, Carmen. So I've made one of these for each of my grandchildren. Well, by the time tonight is done, I will have made one of each for each of my grandchildren. And I thought I would show you how I did it because I used what's that paper called? Oh my gosh, it's the Valentine's paper. I didn't write it down. The Country Floral Lane designer paper. Now, this is part of this suite starts on page 8 of the catalog. Now, you can't order this suite at the moment because the punch is not available. You can order the stamp set and you can order the dies or the stamp set and the ribbon and the sequins and the papers and stuff. You just can't order that punch because it's not available now until April something or other. So long after Valentine's is done. But I wanted to show you how you can use that paper and fussy cut it and still have the same effect. You don't need the punch. So it has a belly band on it, and I've used the alphabet a la mode dies to do the names. Hello, Facebook user. Who's that? Well, hello, Pat Hickey. Yeah, so I'm in my VIP group tonight, so that means you have to give StreamYard permission to give me your name. It's so stupid what they do. I don't know why they do it. So I'm going to just put this in the comments. And then if you want, you can just click on it and say yes to giving me your name. And if not, oh well, there's Dimity too. Yeah. If you don't, that's fine too. I'll just pop back and forth. Hello, Shanna. Yeah. So Shanna, Dimity, and Pat. I can't see your names. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so this is one of these treat boxes. They're called craft treat boxes. They're on page 140 of the annual catalog. And I thought, what do I need those for? And then when Shanna decided that we were going to use them as our pillow gifts for our Playing in the Rain suite, I had to order some. I fell in love. So now I have a whole bunch of them and I'm having fun using them because in Canada, they will ship flat at the oversized letter rate of 3/4 of an inch because they're just 3/4 of an inch. So this one won't because this one is a little bit puffier because of what's in it, but that's okay because I'm going to hand deliver James's to him. So I made a belly band. It slips over top. There's a little tag on the inside that I have written and attached to the treats. So the Northern Children's treats are different because James has to have sugar-free. So his are, I found some little, they're called keto gems. They're like little chocolate Easter eggs with nuts in the middle of them, and they are sugar-free. So his is a bit different. And then I found some shreddy at the dollar store. So I grabbed some of that shreddy and I made him a little box. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I have to get his down so I can get the belly band back on. So when you're putting belly bands on these boxes, start at the top. So that I made them so that this is the bottom where it opens. And if you start your belly band at the top, then you're not fighting with keeping it closed as well as getting the belly band over top. And then this just slides down here and covers that up. So he can't really see what it says until he opens it. Pretty cool, eh? Yes, Shanna, it's all your fault that I now own these in my craft room. But it's okay because they hold a whole bunch of stuff. So page 140 of the main catalog, so that's the big one. You get 10 boxes for $13.75 plus shipping and tax. They already have the window in them, so I will show that to you. And then the dies that I've used for the name, oops, hang on. I'll take that off. Hang on, don't want to release that yet. It's the alphabet a la mode dies. So you get multiples of some letters, which are really fun, plus all of the numbers. And then if you live outside of Canada, you've got some weird things here that I'm sure fit somebody's language. And from now until January the 31st, anybody who wants to order the Alamo dies, I will give them to you at $43 instead of $58. So $43 plus shipping and tax, saving $15 on those dies. So I'll mention this again in case you forget. And we're going to get busy. All right. Hello, Kathy. Did I say hi to Kathy? I'm not sure. Anyways, so this one is for Cameron. And he has a little chocolate. I can't say what it is in here because he might be watching because it's not his bedtime yet. I don't think he is, but you know, it's chocolate. Okay, I'm going to put this out of the way because it's in my way. So you do have to put the boxes together, but they're really easy to put together. So the first thing you do is, this is the inside because that's where the plastic is for the window, and this is a nice die cut thing on the front. Oh no, can't take chances. Nope, you never know when those little ears are listening. James knows already what he's getting because he saw the bag in my craft room and he wanted some, and I said, you can't because I'm giving them to you for Valentine's Day. So he knows. Cameron doesn't know. And the northern grandchildren don't know. Theirs will be in, theirs are all packed up, ready to go. I just got to pop them into the mail. I love the fact that these boxes go for the oversized letter rate because that's the difference between $5.35 and $20. That's how much it jumps up in Canada when you have to ship boxes. All right, so they already come with adhesive on them. So you just take that liner off. So let me get my garbage can here. And take the bottom. So this is the bottom, the one that does not have the window. And you just fold it up, line it up with the edge right there, and just press it together. Then you scoot to the other side. Do the same thing. They're really easy. Line it up and squish it together. So when you line it up, that's what makes it square. And then go to the front. Do the same thing. So these stickies are really sticky. There's a lot of stickum in those. And there we go. So there's the bottom of the box. Then the top is exactly the same way, but you only have to do the fold over part. Squish that together. Squish this together. Get that lined up. And there we go. There's our box. How easy is that, right? Now, let me get my shreddy out. So I got this shreddy because it was the same colors that we are using in the Playing in the Rain class. I had my in-person one today. The virtual one is on Saturday, and that's where we get to stamp with Shanna too. Today they had to put up with me. So it's the same colors that are in the Rain or Shine designer paper. See that? Isn't that perfect colors? All right, just a little bit of that. Put that off to the side. Put that over there. Now I'm going to take the chocolate, and I have cut a piece of, this is that free designer paper that is at the back of the catalog. This one, it's Design a Daydream host paper. You pay $24 in Hostess rewards, and you get 48 sheets, 48 12 by 12 sheets. What a bargain. Am I going to be live on Saturday? Yes. Marcia, we are live on Saturday starting at 10 o'clock our time. So 10 o'clock Pacific time. And I think I do believe I sent out the Zoom link already. If not, it will be going out. I can't remember. So to do this, I just wrapped this around and gave it a little bit of extra, and I'm just going to make a little pouchy thing for it. So I'm going to put adhesive. Oops, wrong adhesive. Oops. Let me get rid of that. No, I don't use that next time. So I put it on the inside of one end. So if you got the tutorials for Playing in the Rain, or if you are part of my monthly tutorial subscription, then you can stamp with Shanna and I on Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern time, I do believe. Okay, so I'm just going to put my chocolate in there, and this has the adhesive on the top side, and I'm not scoring it at all. I'm just wrapping it around, so it's just like a little pouchy thing. And then you wrap the other side over top and squish that down, and there we go. AM, yes, 10 o'clock AM Pacific time. Now this goes in here like that. And then if it doesn't go down narrow enough for you to mail it, this one will. then just take the shreddy out and just put it around the outside. And then I'm going to, I won't do it now. Let me just put some temporary tape on here. I'm going to put the little tag right there, like that. So that's the inside done. Oh, I didn't get those dies out. Oh, well, I will. Then I have a piece of 1 inch by 12-inch designer paper and 1 by 4. And I'm going to make a belly band. So I need to piece it together. Oops, that side. So this is the wrong side. So on one of the ends, I'm going to put adhesive on the wrong side, and on one of the ends for the 4-inch, you put the adhesive on the good side. And then you just take it, so the adhesive is here and there, and you just put it together like that. And that will make one end of the belly band. Then you put your box in here. And I don't, when I'm doing this, I don't pre-score anything, because then if you score it wrong, yes, everything gets messed up. I just wrap it around, give it a little bit of leeway, and just bend it. Now, if you want to make it, make the scoring a little bit scorier, then just take it back off and fold it over, and make sure you keep the belly band in line. So that's one, and there's the other one. And there's that one. And you can feel where those folds are. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to put adhesive on the right side of one end and the wrong side of the other end. That way you're not worried about whether you have it in the right spot for the other end. Okay. Now this one is the one that has the adhesive on the top side. So I'll get it wrapped around first, and then bring this one in. Oh, wait a minute. I've got it on here backwards because I want the join to be on this side. So I'm just going to flip this box, flip my belly band around. There we go. So this is the side with it on the upside. This one. This is the side with it on the downside. So get it lined up, get it nice and tight, and then just back it off just a hair so that it has room to move and go on and off your box. And there we go. There's the belly band. Okay, now let me get out my framed florets dies, because I have to cut this die here to put on the front. So that's the inside of this one. Now you could decorate this up more and more and make it really pretty. Can you imagine these boxes as party favors for like weddings and baby showers and birthday parties? If you're going out, you get invited out for dinner, you could make a hostess gift and give them some chocolate or some of your home-baked goodies. Not that I have home-baked goodies, but some of you might have home-baked goodies. Oh, no, Val. That sucks. Glad you made it. Okay, so now this is going to go on here like that. So I'm just going to put some adhesive right there. And then we'll put this so that that's where the join is for my belly band, and it's being hidden by this. Now Cameron's name is long, so I'm going to go right over to the far end. So I hopefully get his name in there. Now, have these bits. So I used a big heart, a little heart, and 3 leaves. There we go. Fussy cutting time. So the other night, last night, I was sitting watching dinner with hubby, or TV with hubby, and I took out my scissors and started cutting up some flowers from the Favored Flowers designer paper. So pretty. Okay. This is really easy to fussy cut if you can't get if you didn't get the die, or I mean the punch, because as I said before, the punch is now gone until I think it's like the 14th of April or something. It's due back in. Well, that's long after Valentine's Day. It'll be okay for making others love related cards, but not Valentine's cards. So you can definitely fussy cut the paper, oops, and the stamped images, because the stamped images are exactly the same as this. They're the same shape. So they're easy to fussy cut too. Not that I have the stamp set, because I didn't get the stamp set and the punch. I got just the paper, because I don't do a lot of Valentine's stuff. Yes, you can make a heart with a carrot stamp. You can do that. You can also make grass with that carrot stamp. So you know the part of the carrot that makes the darker lines, you just flip that on its side and you can make grass out of it. And if you take the other part, the main part of the carrot, put it upside down and you have trees. So I haven't tried it yet because I haven't had time, but I think it would be cool to make a tree card with grass using the carrots. Maybe at some point I'll have enough time to do that, but I'm trying to get my March and April projects all done because we're heading for Tofino soon and I need to have them all done. Sorry, getting warm. Do you like the color of my sweater? Did you notice it when it was, look, do you like the color of the sweater? Tahitian Tide. Who knew? Who knew I had a Tahitian Tide sweater? I did. It goes with the Tahitian Tide that's in my shirt too. There's a little bit of it. So I took a picture. I belong to a group called Silver Icing, and it's a clothing, some home-based clothing sales thing that's based out of the Vancouver area, Vancouver, BC area. And a friend sells their products, and that's the clothes that I wear. And I took a picture of myself in my jeans and this shirt's called a Christie and my snap cardie today. Everybody was commenting how cute it was. The color looked so good. Yeah, because it's Tahitian Tide. It's a Stampin' Up color. Not that they know that. Okay, so I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of these leaves. And the back of the small heart. And then the large heart, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. You never wanted the carrot stamp, and then I saw that done, so now I have to, yeah, I know, right? Oh, Kathy, it's a never-ending revolving door, isn't it? I didn't think I was going to like the, oops, it's upside down. I didn't think I was going to like the, oh, what's that? That Sunday one. What's that Sunday bundle called? Hang on. Let me figure out what I'm talking about. It's a bundle, and it's called Share a Milkshake. It's on page 15. So I didn't think I was going to like this. Nope, not that one. Uh-oh. What page is it on? Good God. Share a milkshake, page 12. This one. I didn't think I was going to like that one. But I saw my girlfriend, Leanne, did some cards and she showed me the other day. And oh my gosh, I'm in love. And I said to her, well, I don't want to get it because I've got my classes all set up till the end of this catalog. So we'll see what happens. Well, today I asked the April club hostess what bundle, suite, or stamp set she would like to see used for our April club cards, because I give the hostess each month input into which stamp set. So they're supposed to give me 3 choices, and then I choose from those 3 based on what I think our club ladies would enjoy playing with, and what I can create cards that don't need a lot of stamping because some of them don't get the bundles. So lo and behold, that's what she chose. Share a milkshake is the bundle, her first choice. So now I might have to get it after all. Did you notice what I said? Might have to? Oh, I put adhesive on that and it was supposed to have dimensional. So never mind, I got to put dimensional on there. So share a milkshake just may be in my future. Okay, so put the little one on there. Like that. All right, there's the little tag. No stamping involved, just a little bit of fussy cutting. Isn't that cute? Now, I do have a piece of basic black with adhesive sheet on it. Warning, if you are going to use these dies, use adhesive sheet or you will be little teeny itty bitty tiny blobs of Tombow and they take forever to get them all on. So because I'm only doing, I don't want it to stick to the box. I just want it to stick to the belly band. I only put adhesive down the center of it. So I can cut my letters and they'll just stick in the center. So now I've got to get out the letters. So here's the alphabet a la mode dies. Don't forget, if you missed it or you forgot, at the top of my video, I'm offering these until January the 31st. Order these alphabet a la mode dies and save $15. I'll give them to you for $43 instead of $48. Now, one caveat, it won't qualify you for a spot on my draw board because you're getting a discount on it. But if you want to add, see, 58, another $2, you will qualify for a celebration item because the sale is from me, not Stamping Up. E R O N. You have them and you love them? Yeah, me too. Me too. I've used them quite a bit. CAMERON. Okay. Going to take those very gently and see if I can get them on my machine without dropping them all over the place. Uh-oh, hang on. Oh, hold your breath. Yes, did it. Okay, here we go. Running them. I know, Val. I didn't have the special when you ordered them. I'm sorry. Woo! But you got your name on a spot on the draw board. Okay, get the ones that are stuck to my plate. It was one of the first things you ordered, Kathy? Yeah, me too. It was definitely on my pre-order list. Okay. Now, as I take these off, I'm going to put them right on back onto my sheet so I don't lose them. Because I don't want to have to count them because there's a whole. How many are in here? 52 dies. There are 52 dies. Okay, where's the A? There's the A. Make sure I don't lose any of them. C-A-M. C-A-M. E. Some of them come out and some of them don't. E. R. Oh. Oh. Oh, well, it's not in the right spot, but at least I know it's there. Hey, get the center out of that one. Now, I'm going to start and do his name backwards because I want to make sure I've got enough room to get it all on there. So I'm just going to lay them on here. E R O N. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some squishing. All right, we'll start with the N. Take off the liner off the back. Put it right up on the end. And the O. So did you guys have a good week? You know, it's almost Friday again. Holy moly, where's the time going? Another week gone. It's almost the end of January already. I created a card yesterday, a fun fold card for the Thursday Thoughts in February. It's really cute. That's what I was using the favorite flowers for. And I did a template and I did the recipes. So remember every Wednesday morning, my recipes post for what I'm making with you on Thursday, just in case you want to play along with me or you want to go back and make the project. At least you have the recipe to go from. Right, go one more. And then there's a little tiny bit right on the tips of the C. And it's going to overlap on there, but that's okay because his name is a little bit longer. Then, oh, I don't have a block here. Uh-oh, I have to use this. Usually I take a block and go over top of it and just make sure they're well stuck. I'll just use my bone folder now because it's here. There we go. Ta-da! Valentine's Day finished and completed. Get rid of the muck on here. And then of course I made that just slightly shorter than width of this, so I can't use that one. I'll save it anyways. I might be able to cover that. See, it didn't cut out all the way. It's a little flat there. See that? So maybe I'll be able to cover that up with a flower or something. They are, and Carmen, they are very nice. And I love the fact that they're so easy to use and you can get a lot of stuff in there. We put the little pillow gift in here and a bunch of chocolates for the playing in the rain for those that got the kits. And I think the kids are going to think they're fun because they can use the box afterwards to store stuff in, or they can use it to gift, because my birthday's coming up, so they could just give it to me for my birthday. You're very welcome. What did you put on the inside? Oh, I just say Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Cameron. Love, Grandma and Grandpa. That's all I put in there. No stamping or anything. Yes. So the last week you have 4 more days to register for the Seaside Bay class. Registration closes February the 1st. Preparation starts February the 2nd. You can get 3 cards for $25 plus the flat pearls that you will need to complete your cards, or get the bundle plus the kits plus the flat pearls and qualify for 1 celebration item, or buy the entire suite, which includes the pearls. You get the 3 kits for free for this option, and you get 2 celebration things. Now, if you live outside Canada, you can get the tutorial only for $15 and then join us for the live stamping on the evening of February the 22nd. Or if you're part of my monthly tutorial subscription, you get 4 cards. So the class consists of these 3 cards. I'll hold it still so you can have a look. And then if you're part of my tutorial subscription, you get the tutorial to make this one. Yes, Carmen, I made the Billy band so that it's flat enough that it will go at the oversized letter mail rate, the 3/4 of an inch thing. So I'll show you what I did. Hang on, I'll show you, because it's kind of ingenious, sort of. Okay, so I'm not going to show you the address side because it's got their address on it. You don't need to know that. But I used my plastic. I get these envelopes off of Amazon and wrap it up really, really super, super tight. So when I'm putting it together, I really reef on it so that it squishes them and keeps them nice and thin. And then I use a lot of packing tape to wrap it up to keep it thin. And the fact that they're plastic helps them slide through the machine, the Canada Post machine, because paper will sometimes catch, but if you wrap it in plastic, they tend to slide right through. So it's going to work because I have a measurer thing that I use that I can measure the size, and it comes from Canada Post. It's not one that I made, and slides right through. It's the coolest thing. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you. There's no draws to do tonight. Weird. Is that it? Yes, it is. Don't forget, you can get the Alamo dies. The Alamo dies. Where are they? There they are. The Alamo dies for $15 off between now and January the 31st. So you can order them yourself and I will refund you, or you can send me your order and we'll do it off the top. Too fast? Saturday draw? Oh, I do the Saturday draw on Monday because the draw's not closed until I put the new one up on Saturday. Yeah, so that's Christmas ornaments will fit in the ones I have. Oh, yes. Really cheap. It depends on how much it weighs, of course, but it's not going to take any more than $5.35 to mail this, even if you have almost a pound in there. Build or make something. Oh, I do. Let's make a carrot card. Let me get carrots. I might not have time to do the whole card, but I'll get a piece of white, and I'll get that free paper, this free paper, and we'll stamp a, hang on, there you go. So Day at the Farm has this really cute sheet in here that has carrots and broccoli and cauliflower and onions and zucchini and stuff. So I'll get that out. I'll get some white. I need to get some blocks. Blocks. And what colors shall we do the grass? The carrot I know is going to be pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Where are you? Pumpkin pie. And shall we use old olive? Do we use old olive? Okay, I haven't done this, so if this doesn't work, then it's not my fault. I am an enabler. I have fun. Okay, my stamp set is falling apart here. Okay, I need this part. Oh, maybe I should have got the long ones. Oh, that'll work. Need that part. I need that part. Oh, we're not doing carrots. We're doing trees. So I don't need the I don't need the pumpkin pie. You need this one and this one or this one. I don't know what size we'll use. We'll see when we get the grass all done. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp past the edge of the cardstock. So I'm just going to get a stamping sheet underneath here, and we'll open up old olive. Now here's that carrot. So it goes this way. This layers with this one like that and gives you the light and then the dark on top of it. So you use the lines, and I might have to use the smaller trees, but this will give me an idea where to start. So you just go across like this. And then we'll add some more in there. Like that. So now we have our grass. Oh, use them both. What a good idea. Okay, so let me get my baby blending brush. So there's the original ones. These are in the annual catalog. These ones are the new ones in the mini catalog, and you get 3 of them. We used them this afternoon in our class. Now I'm just going to put some green color down here just to get the grass the proper color. Okay. You can make it as light or as dark as you want. I'm thinking a little bit darker for this one. And right along here. Oops, I didn't start off. And see, you end up with a big blotch. I don't like those blotches. See if I can work it out. That'll do. Okay, there's our grass. Now, I feel like I need to put a hill in there. Wonder if how I could put a hill in there. Let's try. See if this will work. I'll put a hill. That didn't turn out too bad. Look at that, we have a hill. How exciting is that? Get some color on there. Going to add a little bit more color up above that because I feel like it's a little stark there. There we go. All right. Oops, can't put that away. Okay, so now you take your carrot. I want to ink this up and see what it looks like before I stamp it. These are supposed to be what they called them, some special tree. Can't remember the name of the tree. I got the little one out because I'm thinking the big one is a little too big. because there's fireworks happening outside. Might put a couple in there. I want to try a little tree. It's just like a shrubbery. Look at that. That is cool. Yeah, I don't want to put the big one in there. I think it's going to be too big. What do you think? Do you think it needs a big one? I'm going to put a sentiment here, I think. But I don't think here, I'll just put it on here upside down. See, I'm thinking it's too big. Unless I put it like that. A glass of wine in hand and you are making trees out of carrots, hills out of carrots. Who was that said that? Who was that? Oh, Debbie. Oh, that's funny. Oh, gosh. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to cut this down a bit because this is 5 1/4 by 4, and I want to put at least that much. So let me cut this down to 5. 5 by 3 3/4 and see if we still don't see enough. Okay, gonna cut it down more. 3.5 by 3.5 by 4. 3.5 by 4 3/4. Yep, that'll do. All right. Now, this has got a basic gray background. Yeah, I think the big one is too. Oh, you're welcome, Carmen. I thought this was ingenious when I saw it. Now, do you think that's enough? I'm going to put a card base in behind there. Do you think that's enough? Seeing that around, or should I cut this down even smaller? Hello, Krista. Okay, I'm going to get a card base. I'm thinking I want the gray. And fold this in half. Don't have time to score it. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on here like this. And then put this on here like this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4. Put that on there like that. Put this on here like this. Oh, cool. You guys are meeting up on my Facebook group. That's awesome. Way to go. So is that High River, Kathy and Krista? Is that where you're talking? Okay, so we'll put this on here like this. Uh-oh. No. No. Let go. It was crooked. It's not good when it's crooked. Ah, I saw a missing person thing from High River today. It was a a grandfather and his 6-year-old granddaughter, I believe. Did they ever find them? I hope so. That was so sad. And I thought of you, Krista, right away, if you knew those people. Okay, putting this on in the middle. I'm not popping that up because I'm going to pop the sentiment up. There we go. Oh, good. All right, so I'm going to pull the red out of here. Cherry cobbler, I think, for the sentiment. Okay, here's the sentiments we have. What do you think we should use? It looks like spring, maybe? Or everything's coming up carrots, even though we don't have carrots. I'm going to get cherry cobbler and a piece of basic white. And I'll stamp it on something quite big, and then we can die cut it with something. See if I can find a piece. There we are. Looks like spring. Oh no. Oh, I hope they're fingers crossed. Okay, everybody, you need to pray for that family who the grandfather went out with was it quadding or snowmobiling or something with his 6-year-old granddaughter, and they went missing, and grandfather has dementia, so they were thinking that maybe the vehicle they were in ran out of fuel or something. Oh, it was so sad. Okay, I'm doing it looks like spring. If we don't like it, we can do a different one. Okay. And let's see what I've got handy here for dies. Oh, these warm and welcome dies. Look, this one might work. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Let me die cut that. Make a small heart out of the carrots in red. Oh, I'll try that. I don't know where we would use it, but I could try it. Put this back before I lose it. You know me and dies. All right, that looks cool. Now I'm thinking I'm going to put a little bit of blue. I should have done it before I put it on here, but it'll work. Get out my balmy blue. I'm going to put a little bit of sky. Oh, well, don't worry about it then. Whoever that is that's trying to talk to StreamYard, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of balmy blue in the background just to take the starkness of that white off of there and to make the sentiment pop a little bit more. You never know who you're going to meet when you come to one of my Facebook Lives, right? There we are. So it's not a lot of color. Oh, it's Dimity. Okay, don't worry about it, Dimity. So you probably can't tell because it's so light. But when I put the sentiment on, now you'll be able to tell that it's got color in it. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Put dimensionals on here. Maybe we need to add butterflies. Brushed brass butterflies. Just enough, yes. just enough. Put that up there, like that. Now, where are my brushed brass butterflies? And I'll get out dragonflies. And let's see. I think the butterflies are going to work better. I think the butterflies are going to work better than the dragonfly. Or maybe we'll put both on. Okay. Yeah, there's a tongue twister, all right. Both, just the butterflies or the dragonfly. And while you decide that, Valerie wanted me to try a heart in red with the small carrot. I have to clean it because it had green on it. And I'll get a piece of paper. A piece of paper. That might work. And my cherry cobbler, just the butterflies. A frog. Oh, be quiet, whoever that is. Facebook. Frog. It's not going to happen because I haven't got stamp set yet. Oh, Debbie, you're funny. Okay, Carmen says the dragonfly. Everybody else is butterflies. Carmen, you may not win this one. Okay, so how am I doing this heart? This way? And then this way? Oh, look at that. It's a heart. Look at that. It's a heart. Okay, now that I've seen it, let me go like that. And then ink it up. And oops, ink it all up. And then you just got to make sure you go right up against the other one. Yeah, should have got it a little bit closer. That is adorable. Could put that on the inside. Just let me practice another time or two because you got to make sure that I get it right. So put that end on first. Maybe that'll help me get it lined up. That's better. I just had to put the other side on first. Okay, so that has to be overlapped. Are you having fun watching me make 42,000 hearts? Ta-da! A heart. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, I need a piece for the inside. I'm going to put a little heart in here. I'm going to put this like that. And then this one like that. There we go. There's the heart on the inside. That is adorable. Love it. Good idea. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff here. And I do like those dragonflies, but I don't know. They're silver and the butterflies are brushed brass butterflies, so they're a bit different. I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to put the third one up there. Look at that! Is that not an adorable card made out of carrots? Holy crowly, Aunt Jemima. Thank you, everybody, for your ideas on making this card. I'm going to make a custom envelope for it because it really needs to have an envelope made out of this paper. Let me cut it. because, you know, the paper's free, so you might as well use it. Everybody likes free envelopes. Maybe I should make a bunch of these up as thank you cards for anybody who orders those alphabet dice before the end of the month. There we go. Now, y'all know how to do this, right? We've done these custom envelopes before. This is Sarah. I know. See, this is absolutely not my idea. There are talented people out there that can look at something like that and think trees instead of carrots and grass. It's not me. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch on each side, except I do 5 or 7/8 on one side because if I want to put it into one of my plastic envelopes, so I don't ruin the envelope, if you do 3/4 and 3/4, they don't fit in the plastic envelopes. But if you do 7/8 and 3/4, it will. You hope Shanna sees this? Yeah. Well, she was here earlier. I don't know whether she's still here or not. Okay, and then 4 1/4 and 10. And that's it. That's how you make these envelopes. Now, the CEO of Stamping Up, her name is Sarah Douglas, Shelley's daughter. Shelley is the co-founder. She shared how to make these envelopes a couple of years ago, and I've been making them ever since. I used to use my envelope punch board, but you always had to have weird size designer paper, and you couldn't get 2 full-size cards out of a piece of designer paper. This way, you get 2 envelopes for full-size cards out of one 12 by 12 sheet. There you go. You're making heart, carrot, thank you cards, Shanna. That's awesome. 7/8, Kathy. Sorry. 3/4 of an inch on one side and 7/8 on the other side. You have to make them just slightly smaller so that they fit in those envelopes. And then you fold this over, you cut those extra, so you cut these pieces off. Cut those corners off, miter this here, cut them off, then just fold these in like that. And then I use my bone folder and burnish it to make it nice and crisp folds. And then you open it up and you put adhesive on this fold. You don't put it here because this doesn't go all the way up to the top. So you just put it on the edge here where you did all that cutting. So when I cut, I also cut on the inside of the fold line so that it doesn't hang out past the edge there, but if it does, you just have to cut it off. And then you just fold that over, and then your card slips in there. See, that 1/8 of an inch doesn't make any difference at all. And there you go. You've got a custom envelope. Hey, don't forget, if you like this, hit those hearts and thumbs up and laughs and stuff for me, if you don't mind. Just hover over it and just go, yay, I like it. You can laugh. You can say, wow. All of that helps get it through Facebook world into other people's feeds. What a cool card. We have grass and trees on the outside, and we have hearts on the inside. I love it. What can I say? Oh, yeah, it's very easy. Nancy, it's very easy. Hello and welcome. Yeah, I love it too. I've got my YouTube channel. If you search for envelope template, you'll find a video on how to make it. I haven't got it I haven't got it. You might search my blog for envelope template too. I'm not sure whether it's how far long ago it was. All right. Well, thanks so much, everybody. I have had fun hanging out with you tonight. It's been a hoot. You're very welcome. Debbie, yes. All the people that come across as Facebook user, if I missed your name or I missed your comment, thank you so much. If you're catching this in the replay, thank you for joining me, and thank you for joining me live. It's been fun. I am live on Saturday morning with the Playing in the Rain class with Shanna at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. And then Monday night, 8 o'clock Pacific time, same place, same channel. And I'm going to be doing a card using, the beautifully happy stamp set. And I'll tell you all about my free-ish class that you can get access to in March. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. And I'll tell you how you can get it for free. Thanks, everybody. I do have so much fun hanging out with you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and Smiles. Bye for now.